active Church of Satan members. We do not speak their behalf. The following contains language in adult manner and poorly impersonated celebrity voices and parodies. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah.
Because I have a normal human reaction to feces.
Yeah, shit.
You live in Brooklyn and shit makes you throw up? I mean, you gotta be stepping over turds all the time in Brooklyn.
Well, I've been stepping over yours for the last hour.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's episode 96, and it's time for another episode of Circle of Jerks.
Jerks, we are. Adam, who do we got with us today?
We have a star-studded lineup this week. We have
Dun-dun-dun.
Warlock, Christopher Lee, Reverend Henry Manning, Witch Jessie Twain, and Magister David Harris. Please welcome them.
Howdy.
Hello, guys.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, Mr. Manning. Anyway.
This is going to be interesting.
Henry, as you were saying?
Nothing interesting yet. Anyway, go ahead.
And go.
And begin. All right. So listen, we've got a few topics to talk about. I don't know where to start, but let's
just do the big one that everyone's already done.
Well, before we get into the crazy stuff, Adam brought up something he found on the internet. I want to hit up Henry about this. This lady, I think her name's Secretion or something. I don't know what her name is, but she
You have a kid by me? Anyway.
I want to play these sound bites and get your take on it. She's talking about Papa Legba. We're assuming it's you, because I think she lives across the street from you or dated you, she said. I don't know. But here they are. Just listen to and it's amazing. Her voice is amazing. You can hear 5 different voices in her one voice. It's crazy. Ready? Here we go.
The Orishas in together. You're not dealing with Papa Legba. You're not, because Papa Legba is on that voodoo type stuff. And if you don't know anything about that, leave that alone.
And then we have one more.
Where the fuck did you get that at? That sounds like one of my clients.
It is. I found her.
How did you find her?
Just a little bit
Okay,
of
next.
magic. Play it.
You've been calling.
What?
You've been calling all night.
What?
Go ahead.
Play it again?
Play it again.
We didn't hear any of it.
Okay. All right, everyone, silence.
Quiet on the set.
And everybody else doing, leave Papa Legba alone, because he's for them strong folks. I ain't that strong. I don't be mess with Papa Legba. I don't. Scared of him. Some of these Loas and Orishas, I'm scared of.
She's speaking in tongues? What the fuck? What did you do to this woman, Henry?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So what's going on?
You know, I don't. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. If she's a client, well, that's good. If she's not, that's good too. I don't know what she's doing. You know, I wasn't there, so.
She said something about that
so I
you
guess-
use voodoo, so better leave that alone.
Leave
Just
that
straight up
alone.
question. Are you on the voodoo shit, Henry?
Oh, the voodoo shit. I told you that story, didn't I?
Fucking voodoo, man.
No. This was a bunch of little gangbangers one time came in the shop, and they're looking around the place, you know, seeing what they can steal. So, you know, one big one by the door, and then they got one small one, and it's about 4 of them. And one comes up and goes, "This voodoo shit?" I go, "Voodoo shit? Oh fuck." Okay, voodoo shit. And he goes, he says, I says, well, I wouldn't call it shit if I were you. And he goes, "What's it about?" I says, "Spirits." I says, "You have a whole room full of them. I know you can't see them. They can see you." I says, "They notice you sometimes. You can feel them passing across your neck. Sometimes you get a little chill. Sometimes you feel them across your back. Called riding the horse. You understand what I'm doing? Okay." Well, the fans move on the ceiling, of course, so they feel a little bit breeze on their neck, and then they're getting a little uneasy, and the big one wants to leave.
Weak.
Fuck out of here. I says, don't leave. I says, don't run out of here. I says, I'll follow you. And he's like,
Too bad we can't stay.
I'm not going to follow me. I'm not running. I says, watch out now. I says, you're scared. I says, he's, I'm fucking scared. Oh, why the fuck we came in here? Why the fuck don't we get out of here? And I go, he bounds out of the damn place, and they all, like a big suction thing. Woo! All of them got except the littlest one. He walks up to the counter and goes, I'll be back. I go, good.
Well, leave that alone.
Wow, yow! I'll be seeing things anyway.
It's a bomb, I jump back and want to kiss myself.
Another one was I had I don't know if you ever did the old routine with the ashes on the hand routine.
Oh, Adam Cardone does that really well.
Adam Cardone would know. But anyway, what you do is they ask you about the dolls and crap. Well, these are just these little kids. So they come up and one goes, what's these dolls about? I go, well, I drew out a hand, okay? I put their hand down a piece of paper and just traced out the hand. I says, now this is your hand. I says, and then you take and you moisten your one finger. You don't let them know it. You dip it in the ashtray, and then you go put two hands up, palm down. That's it. You put your hand. Now you take the tainted finger with the ashes on it. You press it on the left hand, okay, in the palm. And you go, now make two fists. All right. Which hand would you like me to use? And whatever hand you're going to use, the left hand, right? And he's going. I says, now watch. And you lit up a cigarette butt because I don't want to waste a cigarette on some bullshit like this. And he kind of slowly go, can you feel it? Can you feel it now? How about now? Oh, feel it now. Now you finally burn a hole in the hand there.
Keeps asking his wife.
Let me see the hand. They see the ash and they start. Ah! I go, great. The other one goes, hey, mister, can you make him bleed? Oh, bleed.
The fuck?
Make him bleed.
Speaking of making people bleed, there's Trump on here now that's talking about the NFL and fucking people not kneeling down and all this shit during the the flag and
national anthem.
National anthem. That's what it is, huh? So I just want to play a couple sound bites with him saying this shit and get your guys' take on it. Hold on, here we go.
Some owner's going to do that. He's going to say, that guy that disrespects our flag, he's fired. And that owner, they don't know it. They don't know. They're friends of mine, many of them. They don't know. They'll be the most popular person for a week. They'll be the most popular person in this country.
So what? Yeah, I mean, he's talking about the NFL players that are kneeling down during the national anthem. What do you guys think about all that?
I don't care.
I don't either.
Jessie, what's that?
Herd conformity.
Herd conformity. In what way? Like because you think it's herd conformity to stand or herd conformity to kneel?
Either. I mean, probably one guy had the idea and then it just becomes herd conformity and suddenly they're all doing it and suddenly they're making a statement and, what about just being an individual and making your own choice in life?
Exactly.
Get naked.
That's right. Get naked.
Well, what about the whole idea is to control the herd because it's made headline news, and what else is happening besides a bunch of stupid football players kneeling that they haven't reported on? What about that take?
Yeah.
Well, and I've had a lot of people talk about, like the football players that are kneeling, that's what purpose is it serving? Well, obviously it's serving a purpose. It's all over the news. It's all anyone's talking about. But I also got to imagine that is mostly due to media because why does the camera even need to show them while the national anthems? I mean, shouldn't they just be showing the flag? I mean, why do you even have it on? I mean,
at the end of the day, this is a story about dollars. This is something that affects dollars going into the NFL. It affects dollars coming out of the NFL. And that's what makes it a media sexy story. Between that and the fact that it does play into the entire Trump versus the United States narrative, it's a sexy story on two fronts. So in that regard, it's going to garner a national headline. On a personal standpoint, who gives a shit? It's
apparently a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, but yeah, everybody else seems to.
As far as people can speak for or against this thing until they're blue in the face. At the end of the day, it's a free speech issue. The only person who really shouldn't be speaking out about it is Trump, because as the president of the United States, he is the friggin' government.
Yeah.
He cannot take a position on somebody's he
employees
can
and stuff.
say he disagrees with it. He just can't direct the NFL to advise you guys should fire those people. No, that's a First Amendment.
He can't influence it either way. He can't even recommend it or suggest it, right? I mean, what he did.
He is. That's the thing. He is doing exactly that. Nobody stop. When is somebody going to take his fucking phone away from him? Is what I want to know.
Never. And they should.
Somebody said, "Hey, you know what? You don't know how to use this. We'll give it back to you after you've had a few years under your belt. For right now, we're going to take your cell phone away from you."
Are you kidding me? We're going to be at war with North Korea before this show is over. You just let them keep the phone. It's not going to matter.
Wait, let's talk about that. But hold on, I want to say one thing. Christopher, do you have anything to add though before I go off?
Not at all. I just don't.
Thank you for coming on, Christopher. That's nice. No, my take is this: our soldiers fight over there for our freedom. The Constitution is there for our freedom. The people that don't like these people kneeling down, too fucking bad. They have the right to not participate or not do something that you don't like, and that's the brass tacks, man. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm somebody that would always stand out of just respect myself, but I don't feel the need to push that onto other people. Like, I don't really give a shit what other people do.
Yeah, Trump. Oh, you need to be fired. You're an idiot. You know. Oh, I don't like that. You're an idiot.
I wouldn't even known that they were kneeling on the sideline though. If we hadn't made a big deal of it in the media, you know, that's the thing. Like, it didn't need to be a big deal, you know. But like Dave said, you know, this is a very sexy topic to get people fired up and pissed off about something.
What's really going?
I think it was Adam. I think Adam made the point about again what's happening while everyone else is paying attention to this. Right. Again, I think we're going to talk about it later. John, you said there's all kinds of crap going on with North Korea.
Yeah.
And
let's go into it. Good segue. Go into it.
Look at me, radio professional.
Take it away, David.
I don't know shit about what's going on in North Korea. I've been paying attention to the NFL.
Oh, come on, read the script too.
We're
more Twitter shit, right? Between Donald, Kim Jong and
I'm guessing Kim Jong-un has determined that Trump's Twitter and the crap that he says on Twitter is a declaration of war, which about fucking time, I say.
Yeah. I just said he was a dotard.
What's that, Henry?
I thought he just said he was that Trump was a dotard, which means a old feeble ass who doesn't know what he's doing.
Huh. Oh no, he has since amended that statement to say that he thinks that Trump's statements are tantamount to a declaration of war.
Yeah.
So in Kim Jong-un's mind, we're already at war with North Korea.
Wonderful.
Well, he also thought South Park was a declaration of war, and that stupid video.
Well, that's true.
And
if you fart in his general direction, he thinks it's a declaration of war.
Right.
Everybody's got
the same haircut as him.
Might I ask a question of the group about North Korea?
Of course.
You might.
I've never been there.
And begin.
So the thing is, all right, so North Korea fucked up as all get out and technologically incompetent because of the form of government they have, and yet I think another government could easily play North Korea by saying, okay, we'll just hand you the technology and you go ahead and use it because you're already everybody's enemy anyway. So I'm wondering, do any of you feel North Korea is a significant threat as more of a tool than as themselves?
Not as a tool, no. I think North Korea. I think this is one of those few times. Well, yeah, they are tools. But this is one of the few times I think where the narrative that's playing out in the news is pretty much the narrative that's actually going on. I don't think it's in any of North Korea's allies' best interest to pick a proxy fight with the United States. We're just too strong militarily. Even China. China is too invested financially in this country to want to see anything tremendously.
Yeah, they make our flags.
Yeah, exactly.
China, though, I read this book called Dragon's Fury. You guys got it. If you have 4 hours, to blow, definitely check it out. But it's about China and North Korea teaming up secretly to develop this. What the hell are those things called? They go in the water and go after the ships.
Submarines?
No, not submarines. The torpedoes. I couldn't even. Yeah, I'm so tired. The torpedoes. They developed a torpedo that was so super subsonic or something that we couldn't see it on the radar. And by the time it blipped, the ship's blowing up, and they annihilated our fleets all over the world at the same time. And then boom, we were like just crippled and all this other shit. Great book. It was just, but it's so, in line with like what's happening right now. Everything, and it's kind of scary to me because I read the book, but it's I don't take it, oh, they're a bunch of tools and stuff like that. That's great. We can laugh at them, but this is the start of something. It's a spark that makes a fire, and we got to be careful, man.
Well, the good thing is we do have Matisse on our side at least if things do get out of hand. But I mean, like Dave said, I mean our military is way too powerful for them. So they'd be stupid to really continue with a war with us.
Well, I would agree that they would be too stupid to attack. I'm constantly reminded of the fact that we consider what's possible based on what we've experienced in our own lifetimes. And we haven't experienced World War III or a nuclear holocaust in our own lifetimes. Therefore, it seems so impossible. But maybe
you're right. You're right, actually.
Yeah.
But then that would be end game.
For the first time in a long time, it doesn't feel as though the leadership of this government would stop that.
Yeah.
Right.
or try to avoid it. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Say what you will about George W. Bush, I don't think he would have marched us to the brink of nuclear war the way Trump is.
No.
Yeah, and I got
certainly not even Reagan at the height of the Cold War. Yeah, I never really, I was a kid during the Cold War. I didn't really feel as though we were in any real danger of nuclear war. Jesse brings up a good point.
Yeah, that's true. And I think we have to remember a classic quote that Hillary Clinton had said that Trump is somebody you can bait with a tweet. That's a very true thing, and all it would take would be Kim Jong to say something about Donald small hands, and we'd be fucked, So.
Or that he's aiming all of his missiles for golf courses.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing North Korea's behind.
He's got a house down here, so
all of his status updates to Friendster.
Well, may I ask another question of the group?
Yeah, you don't have to ask if you can ask a question. Just ask the question.
Well, that's kind of my way of getting you all to shut up, basically.
Okay,
is what it amounts to. So this other question is.
It's not going to work on Henry, but go ahead.
Do you think if Trump were going to start something major, a war with North Korea, do you think the other people in power within the government who are watching this guy saying he's a buffoon, we've got to protect ourselves, would they step in and stop him?
I don't think any of those people exist.
Yeah, I think
they're all gone. Are you talking about Trump or Kim Jong-un?
Trump.
Trump.
Oh, okay. No, same answer.
Tricky question, really, because they're not doing anything to stop him from provoking. Like I said, nobody has stepped up and said, "Let's take away your Twitter from you." I don't know. I mean, I hope so, but I don't know.
Guys, I didn't really like a lot of things about Obama when he was in office and stuff, but I'm going to be the first to admit that I kind of miss him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
We just have a buffoon for a president, so it's just
yeah, crazy.
Well, years ago there was a National Lampoon cartoon in the back where they had they were going for a candidate for the presidency, and they were doing whistle stops, and he's in the back in a cage, and all these guys are trying to get him ready and get him dressed. And there's a rat going past. He grabs it, and then they have the whole show on the thing with the dancing girls, and of course they go, "Hello, the next president of the United States." He's eating this dead rat, and the final frame of the cartoon was, that was a damn careless thing to let happen. He goes, nobody noticed. And it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. We let that shit just go past us. We ain't gonna do anything. Everybody kind of thinks Trump is a homeless guy who sits there and spouts shit. Or stands there and goes, okay, like the guy today. There's no difference there.
This is a homeless guy with his finger on the lunch codes.
You know what? I don't think they gave them to him. I don't think they gave him the right ones.
But nobody's stepping up to him is the bizarre thing. I mean, other than we all talk about him on Facebook. But...
Can't we verify the launch codes? He tweeted them out there, didn't he?
What?
He sits there, and it's more fun to taunt him than it is to actually do anything.
That's just everybody would say that it's bullshit.
That's just the internet today, though, dude. The fact that everyone's got a voice now. Oh, you don't actually have to do anything. You've got this little vent called Twitter where you can just vent all your frustration. Goddamn Trump, and then you feel better, and then you're like, oh, yeah.
I just made a difference.
That's right. I'm helping
every day, and nobody would believe him.
You just committed an act of war.
That is true. I did.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'll give him your address. Go ahead.
All right, so I just want to congratulate everybody on. We might not survive nuclear war, but we've all survived the rapture. I guess it happened on the 23rd. So congratulations, everyone.
Woo, yeah. Escaped it again.
Yeah, again.
Did anybody see there was a meme? Somebody had this brilliant idea of getting blow-up dolls and filling them with helium, putting clothes on them, and you stand outside of a church and release them into the air. So it looks like
That actually happened. There was a guy.
The TST did it, didn't they?
White got killed. No.
They had milk in them.
He was for his friend's bachelor party or what the hell he was doing. He had a bunch of sex dolls blown up with helium. He had a tarp over the top of the pickup truck. He was trying to adjust the tarp, and 2 or 3 of them flew up. And this lady was in this other pickup truck, so I don't know what the hell is that. Anyway, and she jumps out of the fucking truck and gets wiped out by another car. And her husband goes, "I can't believe it. She'd rather be with God than me." And the other guy, of course, I guess had a beard and long hair. And he goes, "Yeah, I guess I kind of look like Jesus Christ." And that was an actual thing that actually happened.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I went, "Wow, that's a stupid way to die," you know.
She got what she wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went someplace. I have no idea where. You know, she went flying up.
She went underneath that Plymouth. That's where she went.
Into a hood ornament.
Yes, they were looking for pieces of hair in the grill. Anyway.
Yeah,
that's about it. That's an actual event, and how much is that just ridiculous and a joke, you know?
Yeah.
Why is it that there's always some different, like every time one of these preachers comes and he does some kind of mathematics with the Bible and figures out a different date, like shouldn't there be a set date for these guys to settle on?
What fun would that be?
No, because that ruins the mystery.
When's the next one?
It's the mystery of faith.
Remember we were following the Aztec calendar?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have faith.
You got to leave it alone.
Leave Papa Legba alone.
Hey, Chihuahua. Anyway, but, that's
voodoo.
Is that Dave Harris?
Yeah.
You know what I got to say to you, Dave?
What do you have to say to me, Henry?
Well, let's see. It begins with F and yourself. Anyway,
spit it out, Henry. You can do it.
Well, spew it out. Yes, I will. Anyway, I'm trying to be nice to Jess there, not really use a lot of invective here. So anyway,
she's an adult.
Where Henry gets to tell us all to fuck off individually.
Well, that's the best way to. Jess, not Jess. That's a nice lady. Looks like I don't know her that well, but she seemed nice when I met her.
Jessie rocks.
I have to laugh when you call me a nice lady. Sorry.
Jessie is the bomb.
You don't know her at all, do you?
You were when I met you. I mean, you weren't trying to go through my pockets when I was drunk. You know, you weren't.
Bet you noticed.
You're a nice lady. You're good to your mother.
It's good, clean, and wholesome. She's a good clean girl.
So you're not a nice lady. I'll give you that if you don't want to be nice.
She's your queen to be.
Actually, is that Dave again?
Yeah.
Totally.
No. I like Heather. I'd have it.
What?
Holy shit.
Fucking ghoul.
You fucking ghoul.
Oh no! I'm sticking to my underwear. Anyway.
Holy shit.
Papa Legba's got the voodoo.
That's right, baby.
Fucking voodoo, man.
Wait till you
Stick a pin in this fucking voodoo doll.
Yeah, well,
Right on your ass. I'm Papa Legba.
That's right, Dave. I got plenty in the shop, and I'll put them all. Oh.
Oh.
I'll do it. Your doll, Dave, was put in the cat box. Go away. We go. Oh my God! Can't you bathe?
Holy shit.
What are you even saying?
Leave it alone.
I'm gonna rewind this and play it slowly.
Now you're drunk. Yeah. So.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Here we go. Next. Some rapper that I've never heard of named
Rapper Bob.
Boob. Oh, it's Bob. I'm sorry. He's launching a crowdfunding campaign to raise up some money to get some satellites out there to prove to people that the world is flat. So I got a little soundbite here. Let me know if you guys hear it correctly.
Does it sound like a machine again?
Yeah.
Rapper B.O.B., who believes the Earth is flat, has started a crowdfunding campaign to find the curve of the Earth. B.O.B., real name Bobby Ray Simmons Jr., created a GoFundMe page on September 21st. In an accompanying video, Simmons refers to himself as Flat Earth Bob and says he wants to launch one, if not multiple satellites into space to find the curve of the Earth. In the words of B.O.B.,
I'm looking for the curve.
B.O.B., like others who believe the Earth is flat, has questioned why the curvature of the Earth is not
curve to the left.
As of this recording, the project
Curvis is weed dealer.
$1,700 of its $200,000 goal.
The curve.
With my dabs at, man. With my dabs. Anyway.
Himself to kick things off.
I put a cool G in there.
They call me the curve.
Yeah, short and shriveled, nose to the left. What do you guys think about this crap?
I want to know how much money he's raised, actually.
Like almost 200 grand.
$50 is according to what I'm researching right here.
How much?
$650.
I'm a big proponent of euthanizing folks like this.
What, David?
I'm a big proponent of euthanizing folks like this. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Definitely sterilizing them.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. Well, Henry, what do you think about that Bob?
What do I think about Boob? I think Boob is just basically advertising himself. Is what he's doing. He's going, hey, it's me, Boob, and I'd like to prove the world flat for everybody. Where's my dabs? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then that's basically, man, I'm flat now. Flat on his ass. Anyway, I've never heard of him. You never heard of him?
Nope.
Except for this stupid thing right here, nobody's heard him. Kind of like every rapper around. You get a two. They last for just 5 seconds, but the last thing they came out with was something about how they beat their bitch, and and they can't stand the cops, and it's like, and of course the Earth is flat. I could give a fuck about all three things.
This could be. This could just be the show every week. Really, just.
I want to hear
words of wisdom.
Yeah. Random thoughts with Henry Manning.
Well, I mean, believe me, I got rappers out my rear end around the place. I always love it.
There.
He's got skills. Yes, sir. Like, God, man. And I go downtown, I actually just, find another rendition of the guy on the street going, I mean, what? It's nothing I want to listen to.
Henry's assessment of hip hop is spot on, by the way.
I mean,
He's got the sound down pat.
We lost
I like
Christopher.
hip hop a little bit. I don't particularly. I used to like a little rap back when it used to actually have some sort of substance.
Yeah.
But for the most part, any idiot out there now is on the Facebook and do their 5 seconds.
Henry, what is that? Oh, that's Christopher Lee. Chris, what's that noise?
Yeah.
What is that? A cheese sculptor?
I can't hear anything. My connection's coming in and out. Like I have all this shit is choppy as fuck.
Oh, what's that noise behind you? It's like a.
I have no idea.
You got a sex machine?
Who, me?
No, Christopher.
He is a sex machine.
It's very loud and it sounds lubed up.
Oh, in the background here?
Yeah.
That's basically the stuff that pumps the water out of the river.
Oh. I thought you were clearing your throat. Where were we? Jessie, do you like Bob?
I swear this has to be just plainly a publicity stunt because
Yeah.
I mean it's like he's raising funds to check if the Earth is flat. I don't think he spent a dime of his own money on this. I think he's just counting on idiots like us promoting.
Well,
it.
here's the crazy thing. So like, I thought I heard something about him trying to raise money for satellites to check.
Yeah.
Who's operating them? Because if it's NASA, they've already figured it out. The answer.
Well, that's just it. He's raising funds. He hasn't done a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
He needs to buy another 40.
No, that's probably what the funds are going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stop talking about him. Henry, you mentioned you mentioned earlier that there's like a bunch of protests going on over there. Can you tell us about that?
That's the one where the supposedly, I don't know, this cop shoots down another black kid or something like that. He was running, he gets shot, he wasn't armed supposedly. Everything's this, everything's that, and they're going to protest and block businesses and any events and concerts, disrupt the, any kind of income we're going to get in the stupid city, and it goes on. Of course, somebody has to throw a rock, somebody has to bust something, somebody has to threaten people, and it didn't change a damn thing. It hasn't changed anything. Everybody's going, it's just
We got to think about it like this: protest is big business at this point. Like you got a little bit of destruction. Now you got to rebuild all that. It creates jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to think protest crazy cities are probably factoring this into their economies at this point.
Probably.
Yeah.
So anyway,
anyway,
that's basic. I mean, you got them protesting. Everybody's afraid to go through the downtown because they'll block your way, and if you hit them with a car, my God.
Well, let me ask you this, Henry: have you ever punched a Nazi?
Have you ever punched a Nazi?
Yeah. Adam, in the notes here, Adam says you might have punched a Nazi. Allegedly.
That's just Henry's term for masturbating.
I said he did the voodoo on him.
Oh, I wrote punched. I'm sorry.
Voodoo on a Nazi? No, I've never dealt much with the Nazis. They're even the American ones that supposedly were going to come back and do great things. But basically the guys that get into that just want to be scary. Look, I'm a scary person. Is that why you lost the fucking war? Forget it, man. Get out of here. It's just,
shit.
I mean, you guys didn't win. You didn't do it. You're so smart. You're so powerful. You guys used you're supposedly going to do selection on race and everything else. And the more you dig into the Nazis to study anything about them, it was all a big myth and a fantasy that they tried to create, and it didn't work. All right, people are people. They're going to do what they are. We're mutts. We're not some special made up race. Which everybody goes Aryan. We're the Aryan race, and we still use that stupid fucking word. But the thing is, the only place that has an Aryan race, that name, is in India. And believe me, they're not blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. Or they're fair-skinned. They're not. They're a bunch of brown-skinned people. Is that the ideal Aryan race? It was all made up by a guy who made it up.
Yeah.
And you guys all...
Totally.
And he himself was a product of a Jewish woman. Not Jewish woman, I'm sorry. A Jewish father. She wasn't Jewish. And so...
Well, she had a little Jewish in her.
Well, yeah, she did. Yeah, a little. My God, that was good. Anyway, so he always hated the way he looked, and the place he came from, he had it leveled, so there'd be no record of that ever happening. You know that, though. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Leveled the entire fucking town where he came out, where his mother conceived him. So there you go.
All right, and that's that. Anything else to talk about? What's going on in the world? Anything? No?
I don't know. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing well. I feel like I got a little history lesson here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You read books on on possibilities of we were going to have all these different people ganging up, having secret ideas. We come up with some of the most brilliant plans, and we write these freaking books about them. And if you really, really look, it's the same screw up we always do. Nobody wants to get together. Nobody wants to do anything at the same time. We are not a synchronized. We're not bumblebees. Okay?
Yeah.
We're freaking human beings with individuality, and that same idiotic animal end of us that decides no matter what we do and how brilliant we come, we'll go over and poop in the grass. That was a great week. We had some guy that was...
Henry just comes so close to saying something profound. And then just does a sharp U-turn in the opposite direction.
Almost complete sentences.
Almost complete sentences as well. Take it any way you want it, but usually
I dig it. I dig it, though.
Okay, I mean, the whole point is, we do some of those brilliant things, and sometimes the most wonderful concepts, and then we just turn right around and do something really, really wretched.
Yeah.
Personally wretched. I mean, like I said, there was a news story on it with some lady who was jogging every morning, and she'd stop by this person's driveway for no reason, drop drawers, and poop.
I heard about this.
Nice.
They had no idea.
Oh, sorry.
Did they film it?
I think they did, yes. I don't.
Yeah, it's on Pornhub now.
All right.
God damn it! They got me again.
I would pay to see that one. Go ahead.
Don't say that too loud. David will film one.
I don't know. I don't know if that would. That would actually definitely. Go ahead, Dave. Film. You can do it.
That's a moneymaker.
That's what we call a hard pass. That's a firm no, Henry.
I get Michael Anthony Mandrake there, and he can do the voiceover. Here she comes, slowly but surely, jogging.
Here she comes. There she goes.
We are now officially discussing the merits of having Michael Anthony narrate a Henry Manning dump. This is what this show has become.
I mean, I'm talking about death. No, And Jess could do the final. No, Jess, that's not good enough. More profoundly. No, Jess, come on, like it's something. Oh, there you go. That'd be a Dave thing for sure. So,
I'm guessing Jesse's signing off on this one.
It'd be better with Dave. Is that Dave, after she left, would go over and sample.
I think the moral of the story is that when Henry's trying to say is it doesn't matter what we as humans do, or what beautiful things we come up with, we're still going to go fucking shit in the grass.
Exactly.
Well, see, that could be the show, is that you can translate at the end.
Well, that's what. That's why that's why we got to do things like we do. Someone has to be there to interpret it.
All right. Well, everyone should take a shit in the grass. It's very liberating.
I'll do that right now.
Burn your bra. All right. Listen, I think we've talked enough. People got shit to do. I want to thank everybody for coming on here today. Circle of Jerks, episode 90. Yeah. What is it? 6?
Yeah.
Holy shit. We're getting close.
Yeehaw.
Yes. All right.
Video.
I know. All right, dudes and dudettes, thank you again. And until next time, everyone, hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
I'm going to slow that part down and do a Now You're Drunk episode with Henry.
Do you really need to slow it down?
Really?
My alarm came on. That's great.
So, Henry, do you know how to shut off Skype?
No, I did not.
You didn't leave it on from the last episode, did you?
No, I didn't. I actually researched it so I could find the damn thing. So that's just like.
You rock, Henry.
No, guys, it was nice. It was nice to have you around again, even though it kind of relieved an hour of boredom here in the control room. So
I have a feeling you're going to be a regular on our show.
Yeah. You know what you should do
I
is
hope so.
just leave the camera on you. I'll record it the whole night. And all the 12 hours you got? People love to see this. It's like the Truman Show.
I've got what, 12 now? I got rid of 3 hours already. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. But anyway, no, it's fun. It's nice. I enjoyed as much as I got Jessie Twain. So.
You're a prince among men, Henry.
Hey, what was that? You misspelled that. It's P-R-I-C-K. You're a real prince. P-R-I-C-K.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. I don't want to stop.
I know, it's great hanging out with you guys. It's 6 great.
I like said that many a time. But I go, usually, that's all I go out for $20. I go, oh.
He's only got 9 hours to go, man. We're with you, Henry. Keep going.
What is he trying to do?
He's working.
I'm trying to work. I'm in the control room watching.
What do you got? What do you got? Like gauges you got to watch and make sure nothing gets in the red.
No pressure things.
Every 12 hours, he has to punch in a numbered sequence.
That's not unusual. Actually,
he climbs out of a hatch. It's great.
I like the warning and you shut it off.
I got to punch in and tell him I'm still here.
You weren't on an airplane recently, were you?
No, not at all. Why was I supposed to be on one?
I don't know. All you have is a knife. It's crazy. Yeah.
No.
Box cutters.
Yeah. That's called an Arab boarding pass. Anyway,
do you have any tools? You have like a tool belt where you are, or they don't give you one of those there?
No, actually, the tools are available on the wall.
Oh,
I have to use, but I don't do much maintenance. I just, like I said, basically, I'm trying to keep pressure down.
What
in different areas?
Describe to us what would happen if pressure got out of control and busted something like a pipe. What would you do?
My mains out in the street. We're talking about water mains. Well, I have to maintain the pressure down a little bit, or actually keep it around 30 pounds, so everybody gets gets their water. Well, okay, say we have a big ass fire like we had the one place, and I had to bring up the pressure up to about 45 to 50 pounds just to maintain water to the entire block so they could keep fighting fire. That's the way that.
Nice.
Is that boring enough for you? Anyway, I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna water plant. I'm gonna do this for 10 more months, and then I'm done. And I'm retired.
All right, let's take it over to Jessie. Jessie, I know you're going to be going to bed soon. Can you take us through that really slowly? How do you prepare for bed?
I get horizontal.
Slower. What?
I get horizontal and pass out.
Nice.
Really? Can I do anything to you?
That's what Henry's dates do after they take a sip of their drink.
It's for the Phil Cosby Kool-Aid. Anyway.
Fucking voodoo, man.
Some of that voodoo
Henry
juice.
Cosby.
That's right.
Pudding pop.
I love it. When I was in
voodoo doll.
When I was in Washington, there they had that one. What was it? Praise Philly Bowl or whatever. They had a big picture of Cosby because he was one of his favorite places.
Did you say Ebola?
I better check the drinks. What?
Did you say Ebola?
Ebola. No, I didn't see Ebola. Would you like to say Ebola? Say it. Ebola. Okay. Good. Did you realize they're going to use diseases like Ebola to fight cancer now?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, cool. So, anyway, that was boring.
It's a good cop, bad cop thing, you know?
Well, just nature. Let's face it. Certain things need certain things. That's...
This is like what would have happened if the guy from A Beautiful Mind just gave in to the voices.
Christ for religion.
What?
Christ for a religion.
Yeah. Christopher, you've got you're sculpting lately, aren't you? Because I know you didn't get much out, man.
Yeah, I was actually sculpting while I was on the phone.
Oh, nice. So was Henry.
At least somebody was doing something productive.
You know, I don't have a dog in the political hunt at all.
Yeah.
I just like to make fun of people for freaking out. So I was just kind of listening to you guys and sculpting. So.
What were you using? What was clay or dog poop?
Wet clay.
Dog poop.
Dog poop, yes. David's coming down to film it tomorrow.
I usually like to take a taste. Anyway.
Oh shit, hey. David, what do you got going on lately?
That's great.
I just shot a.
Hey, that's great. Shit.
I shot a custom. I shot some weird art thing that I wanted to do. That I'm happy with it, but I gotta piece it all together now to see if it works.
Nice.
I have a lot of stuff in the proverbial development stages. Something actually just hit my desk today that I'm excited about, but I can't really talk about. But I'll know more after the weekend.
Was it a poop film?
It is not a poop film, no. I actually used to charge. There was a dominatrix that I worked with that did like to shoot scat films, and I would charge her. I would double my hourly rate because shit actually makes me throw up.
Yeah,
because I have a normal human reaction to feces.
Yeah, it's shit.
You live in Brooklyn and shit makes you throw up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be stepping over turds all the time in Brooklyn.
Well, I've been stepping over yours for the last hour.
That was great. Anyway,
happy to come back, Bruce.
You broke up there. Try that again.
Nice try.
Satanic Crossfire, everyone.
All right. Anyway,
never repeat it.
That's still on or not?
You You guys are better than Mosley and Luthold. This is crazy.
That is saying something.
Henry and I actually like each other.
Oh, I absolutely.
This is out of love.
Oh, no, if they were my neighbor, I'd move away. Anyway,
and my property values would skyrocket.
Yeah, not in Brooklyn. Actually, Brooklyn's becoming expensive. You won't be able to live there.
Actually, that's a good point.
I mean, Christ, you have to live out in a dumpster. It'll be interesting. And even that's going to be too expensive. So, I mean, it's amazing. We got the same thing. You know, we had places that used to be crap. I mean, it was high risk neighborhood, and we could thank the gays and the Asians. They opened up all these nice places and all these other places. And they started building up nicely and everything else. And they started, redoing the homes and all the other things. And now the property values have gone so high that the people that have been there for all through the horrible times for all those many years can't afford to live there anymore.
The one good thing about living on Flatbush Avenue proper is that once about every 3 years there's a shooting on this block, and it keeps my landlord from losing my rent. So I look at this from a practical sense. I can deal with a dead body every 3 years as long as my rent stays the same.
Right.
But you have to invite people over to do that. You know, hey, come on in.
That's true.
I want you to go outside.
You just stop this rag. I'll be right back.
Meanwhile, Christopher's done sculpting. That's great.
Christopher's done 5 sculptures in the last hour.
I was working on 2 at the same time. I'd work on one for a few minutes and then switch to another.
So if we filmed you doing a sculpture, would it look like anything from the scene from Ghost or what?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
You're like, not at all.
I'm not making love to my sculptures, so no.
Well, everyone should try that.
I can just see my wagon on the wheel. Anyway.
So, Christopher, let me ask you this. After you're done making this beautiful sculpture and you say, this is complete, it's beautiful, are you going to go shit in the grass?
You know, I might. I just might do that.
You have to at this point.
Liberating. It sounds very liberating. I may do that, you know.
What you ought to do is
my crazy neighbor. I might go shit in her yard.
All right. Henry, what'd you say?
What you should do, man, is make the form of Jesus in the poop, and then just put it in the grass, and then tell somebody that, look, I just saw the face of Jesus in dog poop on the grass. My crazy neighbor's yard. There you go. Okay. It's the start of something religious.
I'd rather just make a piece of toast.
You'd rather do what?
Dog shit Jesus.
Dog shit Jesus.
That's my new punk band. Dog shit Jesus.
Never heard of it.
Jesus Christ super shit. There you go.
Super turd.
Super turd. Super fart. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out again, all right?
All right.
I didn't come out.
Yeah, let's do another closing. We'll call it the never-ending ending.
The never-ending ending.
Yeah, Henry, you are a card that I mean you're amazing. I love listening to your stuff.
Banter, my boy.
I was going to say banter, but everybody says that.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't say it.
I'm not. I'm going to take a knee. All right, everybody, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
See ya.
All right. Seriously, you hang up. No, you hang up.
We got to do our intro though. So.
No, you hang up.
We don't do intros for Circle of Jerks.
You don't want to do an intro?
Nah.
We never have.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not.
Do an intro.
Let's not fix it if it's not broken.
Gotcha.
Right. I'm gonna drop off. I gotta get some stuff done for Bob.
All right, and the first one to go is David. Let's see who lasts the longest.
Good knock.
All right, man. Thanks, David. I'll talk.
I gotta go with David. He's giving me a ride. See you guys
later.
Yeah, he's giving you a ride.
Hey, Papa Legba, I'm on my way over. I'll see you.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm supposed to be exercising at 4:30 a.m. Don't see that happening, but good night.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? Wait, Jesse. I was going to say that. Why didn't you? Oh, she already fucking left. Damn it.
It's like fuck your question.
Yeah, fuck you. All right, guys. I'm out of here.
All right, gentlemen.